David, again, sculpted, right, from marble. And the stuff about this marble is you don't see the veins, like the marble veins running through them. They just tend to be white. You know, they don't look like the marble we see, you know, in bench tops, right? And things like that. Marble's not just white. This is the Lion of Lucerne, another statue. And again, right, it's perfect. It's carved perfectly. We have to believe that the person who carved this didn't make one mistake, not even on the mane here. Like none of that broke off. That lion looks very tired, doesn't he? He looks like he's lying here on a shield with the fleur-de-lis. We've got an axe here, so oh, okay. Oh, the poor thing's been. Geez, I don't like that sculpture anymore. The lion looks like it's got a spear or half a spear in it, so he's probably not doing very well. But yeah, like, do you think that could be sculpted into rock without making a mistake? I mean, even just look at the paw here with the little hairs, right, and the hair here, like not one mistake, right, not one missed hit. Perfect. How do you think they made that? That's Michelangelo. That's apparently what he looked like. This is Moses. If you haven't seen this statue, they say this is Moses. And again, you'll see this is all white, right? We don't get the veins, as they call them, in that we see in marble, but we do get veins. Look at this. Look at that sculpting. Right? Look at the hand there. Right? Not to mention the beard. You can see on this hand, we can see the bones. Right? This is anatomically very well done. And did you know Moses had horns? At least in this statue he did. So how did they carve all these old statues? This is Petrified Forest National Park in Arizona. Right, that's a tree that's fallen over and it got really scared. In fact, it got petrified. So how did that happen? Again, they tell us this takes thousands or, hundreds of thousands of years, millions maybe, for things to turn to rock and petrify, but that's not true. There's a hat they found in Tasmania down a mine from the 1800s that had turned to stone. They've found a cowboy boot with half a leg still in it, turned to stone, and on that one they actually went and found the manufacturer of the boot. They could still identify who the names and things, and it was manufactured in America in the 1800s. And there's also a cave in England where people go and hang things, hang teddy bears even, and they turn to stone within months. So petrification is to do with mineral content of water when things get submerged and minerals leach into them. So it can happen quite quickly. Here's a statue called Pieta. And again, look at this flowing robe, right? Like they've had to carve out the inside here, right? And not one mistake in the whole time they were doing it. And again, it's all the same color. So is this stuff being poured maybe into casts, or is it even being printed? Because they do have 3D printers now that can print with stone, basically. There you go, handmade, only with hammer and chisel. Right, look at that. So that's a statue carved by hammer and chisel. What do you think? Is that even possible? Because like I said, one mistake and you got to start again. Check out this, right? Like this whole net, this is a carving from a statue. I mean, look at it. Like this rope, it's all carved to look like rope. If I can't really zoom in, unfortunately, because I haven't got it downloaded. But if you go and check up this, I just put in the fisherman statue and then had to put net in to find it. But if you zoom in, like it looks like rope. It's got like the little, indentations, like it's been wrapped up and made as rope, right? And it's across his hand here. And across the hand there's I mean, there's many different statues like this. There's one where someone's holding someone's leg, I think it is. And again, they're all the same color, right? There's no difference in coloration or veins or anything like that. So they look up to me like they've been printed. I would go for 3D printing. That would be my, I think that's the most simple answer, apart from the fact that we weren't supposed to have 3D printing, right? This is called Gerhard in Armenia. Apparently dates to 1215. And this is, kind of like Cappadocia in Turkey, which we're going to visit, by the way, on the Turkey-Greece tour. Or Petra, the places like this where it looks like it's been carved into the rock. Or has it been, because we get the rest of the rock looks like it's, I don't know, a bit melty maybe, a bit melty. And these look like, I don't know, are they wooden or brass doors? But I just sort of came across this and see this looks like they've been reconstructing it. This is clearly different, this brown stuff, to what we've got down here, right? These engravings into the wall and up here. So how were they doing this? How were they doing these perfect engravings, right? And I mean, clearly there's something behind these doors. I haven't done research into this yet. I just came across the pictures. But I would say that there's rooms, right? Like we've got a window over here. And so there's probably stuff in there. So again, is that carved into this rock, or is it some building of some kind that got melted? As you can see, someone's come along at a later date and done this construction here of stone, which we see a lot, you know, these old sites, and they have like two different techs, right? Two different constructions of different technical advancement. This is, well, here you go. This is inside Gerhard in Armenia. All right, all carved out nicely. You know, perfect carving. And again, you know, carving this rock, they're doing it by hand. One, you know, like no mistakes made anywhere. Right. Here we go again. We've got two tethered lions and an eagle. I think they're lions. I don't have a mane. But stuff like this, right, carved into the wall. Like it's perfect. So you're telling me they did all this stuff and didn't make one mistake, and they were using hammers and chisels? Because that's the story that they will give us of how this was created. Then you get like this wall here. It does look a bit, I don't know, melty maybe, natural, because there's a few blocks here. All right. Look like they might have had something happen to them. And this is it again. So they're looking a lot like Cappadocia in the background there. And look at all the levels, right? What's all that? You know, they'll say they'll tell us that geology says that that's different rock layers and things laid down over millions of years. But I mean, does that even make sense? You know, why would nature lay down one type of rock one year and then suddenly a white type, and then back to brown for a few more layers, then to white again? Like, how does that happen? And another shot, so you can see it's a pretty cool little ancient site. All right, this is called the Temple Car at Banashakari in India, and this is a temple cart, a little temple sitting on a cart with stone wheels. Right, looks like they've jacked it up here. It looks like that looks wooden, doesn't it? That axle, but the wheels are stone, so I'm not sure. Yeah, that's interesting. It looks like they're supporting it on some old pillars, but look at that again. And, you know, Indian temples, the same question, right? How did they carve them all? Because they're so intricate. Right, look at that. Looking very medieval here, the way they've attached the wheels. So that may have been done at a later date. The wheels put back on. And over here you can see another temple. They're just completely covered in sculpture. Right? This is said to be the same one. It looks like these are flags they've stuck in there. No doubt for a special day. It's got ropes on it. This time I've never seen it moving, but it looks like it's in a different place there, right? Than it is there or there. And that's just a very small one. But yeah, so it looks like that thing moves. Okay, it looks like it's got wooden wheels on it there. Oh, they look like different. See how they got those flares on them? But that's wood as well. Okay. Maybe they're all wood, but these ones look stone, don't they? You can't see the joins of the wood or anything. It's all carved on the outside. And then it looks like they've replaced them with wood. But anyway, how did they make that thing? How did they get all that intricate carving done?